monde est en panique, tout le monde descend. Ah, truc de ouf là.
One of the world's most famous volcanoes, Mount Etna, just exploded in a spectacular show of ash, lava, and raw power. Tourists ran for cover. Ash blanketed the skies. And scientists? They're watching closely, because Etna is one of the most active volcanoes on Earth. But why is it so restless? And what makes this eruption so unique? Welcome back to Boom, Crazy World, where we dive into the wildest, weirdest, and most explosive sides of our planet. Today, we're heading straight to Sicily, Italy, to witness a natural phenomenon that's been 500,000 years in the making. On June 2nd, 2025, Mount Etna erupted again. A huge column of ash rose over 6 kilometers into the sky, nearly double the volcano's own height. The southeast crater, Etna's most active vent, partially collapsed, triggering a dramatic pyroclastic flow down the slope. About 40 tourists were on the volcano when it blew. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but the sudden blast sent them scrambling. The Italian authorities issued a code red for aviation, warning pilots of reduced visibility, although Catania Airport continued operating. Volcanologists from INGV, Italy's volcanic monitoring agency, had been tracking unusual gas emissions and seismic tremors days before the blast. But predicting the exact timing of Etna's eruptions? That's still an unpredictable science. To understand why Etna is so hyperactive, we need to go underground. Mount Etna sits on the boundary where the African and Eurasian tectonic plates meet. The African plate is slowly diving beneath Europe, and that's where things heat up. This collision creates cracks in the Earth's crust, allowing magma from the mantle to rise. Etna's magma is rich in gases and silica, the perfect mix for explosive eruptions. Etna isn't a simple volcano. It has multiple craters and vents, including the notorious southeast crater. Lava doesn't always take the same path. That's why Etna erupts so frequently and in so many different ways. In fact, Etna has been erupting for over 500,000 years. It's not just active, it's restless. Since 2001, eruptions have occurred almost every year, making it a top research site for studying Earth's volcanic behavior. Mount Etna isn't just a scientific marvel. It's a legendary force in human history. The ancient Greeks believed it was the forge of Hephaestus, the god of fire. Roman historians documented eruptions as far back as 425 BCE. In 1669, Etna unleashed one of its most destructive eruptions, covering entire villages with lava and threatening the city of Catania. But despite its danger, Etna has become part of Sicilian life, feared, respected, and even celebrated. You might think people would run far away from a volcano like Etna, but the truth is, its volcanic soil is rich and fertile. Vineyards thrive on its slopes. Tourism fuels the local economy. And many Sicilians see Etna as both a threat and a gift. So, how do scientists keep track of a giant like Etna? They use a combination of satellites, thermal cameras, gas sensors, and seismic stations. The European Space Agency's Sentinel-2 captured stunning images of the June 2nd eruption, showing the lava flows and ash plume from space. INGV's experts also simulate magma movement deep below the surface to predict when pressure might cause another blast. But it's not easy. Etna doesn't follow simple patterns. Despite its fiery nature, Mount Etna remains a bucket list destination. You can hike its lower slopes, ride a cable car partway up, or take a guided 4x4 tour closer to the summit, if conditions are safe. Above 2,500 meters, a certified guide is required, and when Etna is too active, access is restricted. Always check local alerts before planning your trip. Mount Etna is a living, breathing titan. It reminds us how dynamic and dangerous our planet can be. With each eruption, it reshapes the land, challenges scientists, and mesmerizes the world. If you enjoyed this explosive journey, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more crazy natural wonders from around the world. Until next time, stay curious and watch your step, because Earth is always moving.